Okay, guys, welcome back here to an apple. I like apples. Another episode here on the not the 77th combine. Another episode
I heard
here.
you gearing up for that. I was like,
Another episode here. Oh, the apple went away. On Generations, Minecraft Generations. We're here still with Yo. Somewhere here. Now, you guys are going to be seeing this after. We're going to try to do a live stream this weekend, I think, and attack the Nether. So hopefully this is not two ghosts speaking to you.
for the future, if we die, revive us.
Yes, revive us. Give us powers. But we're going to start working on this. So currently we live over there, which has been great. It's been fine. It's a little house that I built, early on. And you can sort of see that's a hodgepodge of things. We have, probably the most planned out thing was the fishing area. The house is sort of all over the place. There's a little farm area. So we're going to try to start building a more permanent area here for us. And we're going to be building this around the iron farm, since iron is, well, one of the lifebloods when it comes to Minecraft. So we're definitely going to do that. The way we're going to do this is, you can sort of see over here, we started a little bit. We're going to do it sort of a hub style. So there's going to be a middle area here that we can look down upon, all the iron being collected and such. And then there's going to be 4 wings going off in each direction. One wing is going to be our housing wing, where we're going to be, and maybe storage and some other stuff. Maybe even, integrate a fishing area over that way, so we can look at the Elder Temple entrance that we built last week. We're going to probably have a farming wing, I'd guess. That would make sense. A farming wing, maybe a trading hall.
Ooh,
because Yo likes his trading halls, so we can build a trading hall. And then more, for expansion and stuff like that. So we have options. We have things to do. So what we're doing right now is, helps if I can get the blocks I need. And I shouldn't be... Okay, if I do this right... Aha! No one escapes. What's that?
I was just asking, did you just let a bunch of villagers out?
Nope. I planned it. I was expertly done there. There was no shenanigans. Now this here. So we're going for this whole sandstone and dark wood motif, which I think it looks pretty nice. Pretty nice, yes. Is good.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think we'll do dark wood down here. So in theory, the iron golems still should be spawning inside of this area, because they spawn within a what is it, a 8x8 area within the middle of the village. I think that's the case. So this should still be, look nice. Oh, that doesn't look nice, though. That should really be sandstone, shouldn't it?
What? The dirt?
Yeah. Thoughts? Because everything else is sandstone. Right? That makes more sense.
Look at that. Oh, sleep.
Oh, yeah. Can we sleep? How can we get out? Let's break this one here. I don't want to fall into the water and die if we can avoid it. Okay. Yeah. So okay. So then we have that, and then that should look nice all the way. Looking in from the other side, that should look right.
Should look nicer.
A little cleaner. Because, I mean, you had that one cobblestone that was driving you nuts. So I can't imagine...
Fixed, so that shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, so if we go over here, how's that look? Yeah, that looks pretty good. And you're going to be able to see underneath. So we have these sort of raised platforms that'll keep us nice and safe from anything that might be crawling in there. And we then can have storage underneath and lots and lots of stuff. So that's our current goal for this week. We're going to try to do that. Now, this part here is going to have fences. And our walkways here are going to be like that. So we're going to use half slabs going around to make our walkway. I don't necessarily want to completely do this side yet because we have our nice little AFK fishing farm. Well, not AFK, but when we're here by the iron farm, so it's within range. Maybe after we get our living arrangement set up, the farming, the fishing might be the next thing that we want to work on.
True. A nice little fishing area set up somewhere.
Yeah.
It's a style.
Yeah, because I mean, eventually we're going to take down the old homestead there. To make a nice new living area. What do you think? 3 wide? Is that a good distance? Or should it be wider than that? Oh yeah, I like how it looks.
3 wide or the 2?
I think it needs to be at least 3 wide in order for these corners to work. But if you're thinking 2 would work, then yeah, we probably shouldn't go any bigger than 3. Oops, that's not supposed to be there.
It would work, yeah.
Now the other reason why I'm doing the walkway down 1 block, things can't spawn on this, in theory. So, between the fences and everything else, we don't have to worry too much about mobs and lighting this area up quite yet. Should we do...
We should anyway.
Oh yeah, we definitely... Hey, hi, Mr. Iron. We thank you for your contribution. Okay. Now, question. Fences. Do we want to do dark oak fences as well, or do we want to do spruce fencing? Or birch. I know your family likes having birch.
You can always see how each looks. The birch would almost make sense because with the sandstone, because color schemes.
Yeah. You're right, and it would be a definite contrast against this dark oak. Ooh, that could be good. Actually, you know what? Why don't I do... I don't have any birch on me, do I? No. Nor do I have a staircase to get out from up here. that was a slight miscalculation on my part.
I believe.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Now I play with Faithful 64. So, what texture pack do you use? Do you use any?
I don't use a texture pack.
Okay, so how does this look to you? Oh, you already did it. Okay.
How's what look?
The sandstone and the dark wood and the spruce, and wow, you can really tell where there's dirt now instead of the sandstone and everything else.
Yeah.
So it looks okay, because I mean, I don't expect everyone to look the same for everyone, but it should probably look good in vanilla.
Dark and light contrast.
Okay. Okay, so let me cut down some spruce.
Dirt on the inside.
What's that?
Side dirt.
Yeah, we need to clean up some of this. Okay, so let me go collect the birch. you want to clean up a little bit of your dirt? Your dirty dirt? Dirty, dirty dirt, dirty dirt. We don't really have a birch farm, do we? We need to set up a tree farm. Would that be part of tree? Would that be part of farming, or would that be separate, you think?
Tree farm?
Yeah. Because we're going to have a farming module. So the question is... Wait, did I not get... No, just taking a while to break down. Because we definitely need... We need a better way of having all these... growing these trees.
I do it manually, it does take time.
Well, I'm not even saying have an automatic tree farm. I'm saying, you know, have an area where, I mean, birch isn't that big a deal because birch only grows so tall. You know, spruce, and mega spruce, and the dark oak, also, it's sort of a set path. But things like, you know, regular oak, they tend to, well, grow however they want. And when they get really tall, they're really, really annoying to, you know, plant.
I guess we do need like some place to camp.
Yeah. I mean, you know, add it to the list of all the things that we need to do.
Somewhere on the list, right?
Yeah. Oh, that'll be neat too. So if we do an area underneath here, it's like this little viewing area. Bye bye, Iron Golem. It's this like little viewing area where you can look in and see what's going on.
It's true. It's to feed the villagers.
Oh yeah, and to feed the villagers. Hello, villagers. Okay, so I have birch. Let us make birch planks and turn those into that and birch fence. Okay. So here's what the birch fence would look like against everything. Oops, everything else.
Ooh.
Does that work with the sandstone?
I kind of like how it's dark light, dark light. But I think it works okay. How do you think it looks?
I need to get to the other side here to tell. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, you know what? You're right. If we'd used the darker wood, I think you would lose the fences in the design. It wouldn't look right.
Yeah, something would be missing.
Okay. Oh, right. It's that time again, huh? It's that time again. I was sure I was getting into an actual song there and realized no, that's no song that I know of, at least. Okay, let me convert all of this into all into dark oak. And then this here. Oh, hello, villagers. What do you want? Do you want freedom? No, no freedom for you. Okay. Wow, there's a ton of villagers here.
Yeah, you fed them quite a lot.
I didn't feed them a lot. I fed them the recommended dose by a doctor. Something.
Recommended double dose?
You know, 16 square meals a day, right? That's normal?
Yeah.
Isn't that normal?
Sure.
No. Okay, so the inside is done. We do need to light it up, but that's basically done. So now we just need to work on the outside of the hub. And surprise, surprise, I made a spreadsheet to make my life a little easier. Although now, why did I actually make this? Okay, so I actually made it 5 wide. but I think I can still
Why
make
did you
this
make it
work. I think that
5 wide?
I don't know.
I don't think it needs to be 5 wide.
No, I don't think so either. Okay, so how are we? Here would be that, and then there'd be. So here's the wall. So that's like this is the sort of the framing, and then we have an actual wall here, and then we have the same thing here, right? With the actual wall. Do we want to square it off, or do we want to round it?
Well, if we're going to be making like 4 wall paths, makes sense.
Well, we could do.
Yes. Off too, that would make sense.
If we did it, maybe 2 and 2, and then does that work?
Sure, do you want the indent though?
Well, yeah, if we're doing the in, we need to bring this in there with block there.
It was fault.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to go eat a golden apple?
No, it's okay. I'm
like sighs I've been hearing, and actually, I'm just gonna insist. Go eat something. Golden apple. Like,
yeah, I probably should. Actually,
I'm gonna go physically test to see how well the iron farm works.
Uh-huh. Whoa, what happened here? Was there a fire? There had to have been a fire. You know, because it's right on the border, some of the water probably didn't. Are they still downstairs? Yes. Okay. Let's grab a golden apple. It pains me that I have to eat a golden apple. You know this, right?
About it has insurance.
Yeah. That's all I have to say there. Although now I can take full damage because it'll affect the golden apple not. How's this doing? Yay, look at that. We're almost at 2 stacks of more iron. Actually, where did all the iron go? We had more than that, didn't we?
Been using iron.
Oh, right. Which is the whole reason why we have an iron farm in the first place.
For pickaxes, it is about a of sandstone.
Right. Okay, so here is that, and here is that. Okay, so those two line up. I would say we break that one and that one. And we break that one. Okay, so how walk around this and tell me how that feels. If that feels too tight.
I think it feels alright.
Okay. Okay, so we can do
obvious
that.
Curve.
Yep. And it has enough of a design here that when we want to do a covered area above us, it would still work. You know, to give it a neat little design. Okay, so I think then at this point, all we need to do is finish this all the way around, right?
Where we're gonna get in from?
That's a good point. Well, okay, then why don't we... Where's the middle? This is the middle, right? Yeah, 1, 2.
It's a 2-block wide middle.
Yeah, so I guess we'll do a 4 wide.
Well, aren't we gonna make walls around this and make our path a home?
Yeah,
It could be up in the air or down below.
Well, that's what we have to figure out. We'll do that in the next part here, but so here's going to be the entrance, and I think what we can just do is put in some temporary stairs here for now.
Okay.
Granted, we're going to have the same opening on all 4 sides. You know what? Why don't we do that? Why don't we... Oh, I can't tell where the middle is here.
Hole in the middle.
Okay, so these 2 here, right? Here and here. Okay, so these 2 here and here. So that's 2. Okay, so there's the 4. So we can make this, for now, our temporary way in and out. And that... you know what? I'm just gonna do that for now. And we can do that and that and that. Because you know what? Slabs count as transparent, right? I'm fairly certain.
Yes.
So that won't block the fishing area. I think. Because if you don't if you don't have it exposed to the air or the sun and the moon, you end up taking twice as long to do all your fishing, which is a pain in the neck. So
6.
okay, where's the opening over here? Right here, right? These 2, those 2, and those 2. And now here's the other thing we need to figure out. So we're going to do sort of like a little biome connectee sort of thing, tunnel going on here that Yo was alluding to. How long do we want to make those tunnels? Like how far away do we...
Always?
Yeah, the little hallways that connect the different rooms.
Good question.
Yes, that's why I asked it.
Well,
Oops,
we should make the hallway coming towards over here. You do this hallway first,
right,
and then use the length that we're comfortable with on the other ones, because we don't want it to be too close to the mountain.
Well, the reason I was asking that is, so these are going to be like little suspended platforms in these tunnels. So depending on how short these are, depends on how much space do we want. So like this is how the... closer. There we go. So there's going to be, wooden fences there. Do we want to start the wall of it?
Well, aren't we going to start the wall here?
Oh, all the way out?
Isn't how the...
Well, in the plans, this was a lot wider. But we could definitely see... Because remember, we're gonna have to enclose these tunnels.
Yeah.
So if we're too wide,
but we want enough room for side, right?
Enough room for what?
Rooms on either side, or one big room, right?
Well, think of these as the hallways. So
either leading to one big room or a hall on either side. Either side. So you don't want it too small. You're going to have a... We could like start the walls here even. In.
Just one block in.
Looks like one block in from.
Oh! I know how wide to make them. Okay, let's say we make it a little bit more. Yeah, that works. Okay, so we do that. I'm watching where that hole is. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, the reason I did 5 there is, what if, granted these would be stairs, not, solid blocks. What do we want to do here?
You could make a whole storage area under here, or just make it an empty space.
Well, I'm saying, do we want the floor to be here or here? Which makes more sense?
Yeah, because if it's here, you're kind of exposing the doors.
Okay, so if we do the floor here, that means this is the floor. So if we do stairs coming off the side of these places, this is where we'd end up. Which, if we put the walls here, that doesn't quite work, does it?
Oh, bring it.
Where's the... What were we going to do originally? It was going to be here?
Yeah, in alignment with the pillar.
So if we do an in alignment with the pillar here...
It would be right here.
Yeah. Is that enough room?
You could always, because if this is the floor, then you gotta...
Oh, true. The floor would be here, so it's 3 blocks wide. Okay, I say 3 blocks is probably fine, yeah. Okay, so I guess that answers that question. Okay, now the reason why I was asking is because, as I said, in this episode, or this part, I'd like to finish the basics of the hub.
The structure down.
Yeah, so if we just build some of the wall, I don't know if we want to necessarily enclose the top quite yet, but that means... Wait, where did we going to build the walls again? We're going to build them right here. Okay. Okay, so that means 1, 2, 3. I think that one over there we actually have to undo a little bit. Actually, aesthetically, that looks good too. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So that's where the wall is, and then there's going to be the area here where you can look down, which also means we probably should put fencing here.
It depends on if we make this a big room. Something else. It doesn't necessarily always need to have.
Well, I'm thinking safety.
Safety is a big.
Safety is important when you get hurt very easily.
Yeah.
You know? Oh, I need to eat. Speaking of safety. Nom, 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 nom. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's up there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Just figure out how far out we're going to go.
1, 2, 3. We also, before we do anything else, we probably should light this area up. Oops. Need more. There we go. Oh, that's going to look weird, now that I'm thinking about it. Putting fences. They're just going to sort of end there, aren't they?
The wall.
Do we want to maybe push this out 1 block, then? You know, basically do... I know that makes this 4 instead of 3, but... So that way the fences would go up into the wall. And that leaves this nice and exposed and open. I mean, it's not like we don't have sandstone. we have a lot of sandstone.
You're welcome, by the way.
Yes, thank you for mining all of that.
You should see the giant crater.
Someone's going to come across that and go, what the heck happened here?
Fruits of the labor, YoMate's labor, or something.
You should put a sign, hole dug by YoMate. See, again, that's a really, really interesting aspect of this whole process. You know, if you're in Minecraft and you're doing it yourself, you come across something like a giant hole like that, and you can ask, hey, who built this thing? You know, why is there this giant hole here? In a world where, when you're playing the game at least, you just find it, and there's really no explanation. If there's no sign, if there's no, evidence, you can't ask anyone until after you're done playing, because you're not allowed to know what's going on. You know, afterwards you go, who built the hole? and you can go, oh, that was me. But while you're playing the game, you're just going to come across and go, what the heck is this?
You're saying that could become like an urban legend, like,
oh, wow, that was
7 generations ago. There's a legend about one of our ancestors who just dug a hole. No one knows why he dug the hole, but he did.
Forever and ever and ever. Okay, so we will. So the only thing I think really we need to finish figuring out is, do we do this, or maybe we put the fences and the fence ends here? And then we just have these 2 empty ones, 2 empty ones, 2 empty ones, 2 empty ones, and then the fence starts up again? I mean, that would still look symmetrical.
Fence here.
Just suspended?
But yeah. Could just do like another layer.
Or we can even do the fencing here. And then, 2 layers of fences, so it looks like it's attached to the side. That could work. Although, how would that work with the stair concept? Just because I know I'm going to fall if I don't make this wider. Okay. So...
The question is how far this way we're going.
Well, I would say an even amount from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4. So it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then whatever the room is. I think that still gives us
room at the end.
Yeah. So this would be the next module. So here's the hallway. So we can have storage and other stuff down there as needed.
Well, like, isn't this area going to be the rooms? Like,
what room?
This wing. Isn't this wing going to be living quarters?
Well, no. So over here would be living quarters. Actually, wait. How far away can you be and still have this loaded?
Fairly far, I'd say.
Because we know the house is too far.
I think this would be about too far.
Okay, so if we have our living quarters here, that should still be within range.
Just have to edit the train a little bit.
You have to edit the what?
Like, push back this grass a bit, make it a little deserty, flatten it down a little.
Oh, well, we'll need to figure out what design we do for our house, and that would be the next part. So, I mean, we could do a circle, we can do squares, we can do... Although this has a nice curvature to it, doesn't it? From the outside.
Ooh, that does look nice.
And, in fact, this should be wood. Like that. With
double layer of wood all the way around and put the fence on that outer layer of wood.
What do you mean a double layer of wood?
Here's this wood.
That's an design.
Well, actually, never mind. We're just going to be building it out at this point.
Yeah, at this point, I think we're good for this, and we can finish building the rest of this here, and then you know what? On the next part, we can get into more of the. Yeah, that looks nice. We might want to throw in some other other fancy blocks, but
New time, right?
what's that? All new time, yes. So I think that's where we'll end it here for this part. Okay, so next up is we'll quickly get all of this sort of built out, and then we'll start working on that next area.